What's up, YouTube? Hold on, rotate the bodies. All right, it's a little better. It's my first time going live. I wanted to try it out since I was eligible to do it. I've been eligible for a while. I wanted to drop this video. It had been a lot of videos going around, with people comparing Traveloko to LandStar and maybe some other companies. And I know, like, the truckers coach, he got a real good breakdown of it. And going by the numbers, the picture he paints, based on the numbers he had, and like I said, the picture he painted, Traveloko is a better option. But basically, all I'm just coming here to talk about, okay, which may be better for you depending on the type of driver you are. First off, I want to appreciate y'all for watching, subscribing. Yeah, man, Easy Rider, what's up? I've been home, dude. Like I've the last 2 weeks I've been home, and I've been running loads around the house. And I got Wi-Fi out there, but it's not the strongest. And my service not, the best. It's just I'm in the woods, so I've been running loads around the house. Oh, this is you say your last week of school? That's what's up, man. Congratulations. Go knock that test out, man. Make sure you study. Know your pre-trip. Know your pre-trip real well, because a lot of people, last day. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people play that pre-trip week pretty much. But yeah, good luck, man. Good luck, Easy Rider. But yeah, I've been home like the last 2 weeks, running loads at the house. So been good. Sherman Jack, what's up, man? Everything been good, bro. Yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching, man. So it's my first time going live. I just wanted to try it out. But I want to talk. I'm gonna get straight into what I wanted to make the video for. Okay, LandStar versus Traveloko. Okay, now let's be honest. If you don't know by now, you should know. Well, you will learn that there's levels to almost everything in trucking. There's levels to it. Okay, all right. And it's certain levels, certain companies that's fit or more fit for certain drivers. Okay, so especially based on experience. So let's say I think I just saw a video. It said Traveloko versus Schneider. Well, in all actuality, there's like no comparison. Like, you can't compare Schneider to 100% owner operator companies. It's just not the same. That's like comparing, let's just say, pumpkins to apples. You know what I'm saying? Or pumpkins to cabbage or something. Something you eat is food, but it's not the same. So it's two totally different things. So it's almost the same when you're talking about comparing LandStar to Traveloko. Honestly, Traveloko is the type of company that is for... What's up, man? What's up, bro? Hope you did good on school. How that's been coming? Well, I'll talk to you about it. But honestly, Traveloko is a company that is for well-established owner-operators. Okay? First of all, yeah, it is a hot topic. First of all, Traveloko, you got to have so much experience. And people may say, oh, they only want the best. They only want the best. That's why you got to have so much experience. Well, it's not so much of that. It's probably more of an insurance issue, because a lot of insurance companies don't like to insure drivers that have less than 2 years of experience. And you may have some that don't want to insure drivers with less than 3 years of experience. So it's not a thing to where Traveloko got, their standards like sky high. I'm quite sure the owner, if he could bring in guys at 2 years, he'll have a lot more drivers, which is more money for him. He'll take them in, but or even a year. But it's an insurance thing. Okay, whereas LandStar, you can come over here after a year. Want to know why? Well, it's because LandStar is a much, much, much bigger company. Okay, It's a much bigger company. So they have a lot more clout, a lot more money, and a lot more connections in the industry to be able to get guys insured with a year of experience. Okay. They check your record, make sure everything's good, and you check out. They can get you insured with a year of experience. Whereas Traveloko, just like a lot of other smaller outfits, they don't have that same type of backing and clout to be able to garner that type of insurance, basically. So that's the biggest thing in terms of that. Yeah, I do like LandStar, Daniel Les. I love it. But so that's one thing. Okay. LandStar. Now, like I say, based on the numbers the truckers coach put out, yeah, it does look like Traveloko got a slight edge in terms of what you can actually make with your bottom line. No, well, to come to LandStar, you have to have at least a year of experience. Okay, so yeah, and it needs to be OTR experience. You can't like do regional work or local work for a year and then like try to lease on. Get your at least a year of OTR experience, preferably with the same company if you can, if you're just starting out, and then you should be good. Should be, long as you got your truck lined out and your money and all that stuff straight and a clean record. All right, but yeah, with Traveloko, honestly, if you're not going there, if you're going over there and leasing the truck through them, you can still make money, and you're still going to make money, but it's just going to be more of an uphill climb. It's going to be more of an uphill climb. Best company to go to fresh out of school, in my opinion. I answer that question in a little bit. What's the best company to go to fresh out of school, in my opinion? Give me a second, I'll answer that question. Yeah, but it's more of an uphill climb if you don't go to Traveloko with your own truck, preferably paid off. That's when you're really winning as an owner operator or lease operator. If you got a truck that you own outright, okay. But over there, you have to rent a trailer. The lease payments are up there if you're leasing the truck through them. So you got to have your game face on. You have to know how to run. You have to know what you're doing if you're going to Traveloko. Period. Because it's a whole nother ball game. Like LandStar, they don't hold your hand as much as some of these company leases, but the backing is just so, they help you with a lot over here. I put it like that. They do help you with a lot. I'd imagine a company like Traveloko, they don't have as many white collar positions to do these different things for you, and you gotta put your big boy unders on pretty much when you're going over there. So that type of pressure may not be for everybody that's in the owner operator game, because like I say, there's levels to it. There's levels to all of it. Okay, now back to your question on the best company to go to fresh out of school. To be honest with you, that's such an open-ended question because there's so many options. It's more so you should focus on the type of companies you don't want to go to. That's what I'd say. For me, KLLM worked out well enough for my situation. I was able to make, decent money and everything for what I had going on. So it worked for me. you're gonna see a lot of my videos. It's on the West Coast, right? You see a lot of my videos. I'm speaking highly of KLLM pretty much because that's where I went with them. I just think that they get your foundation laid pretty good. Yeah, KLLM don't pay. It's not, you won't make the most money in the industry over there. I mean, you won't. Like I said in the video, over there, it all depends on what you're doing. They got some issues right now, if I'm not mistaken, with like trailers and things like that. They're trying to work some kinks out with the load board or whatever. But you can do all right depending on what you're doing over there. But to be honest with you, like I said, that's such an open-ended question because all of these companies, really these starter companies, they're mostly the same. I mean, you're going to go there, you're going to make probably like the same type of money, like the big starter companies like KLLM, CR England, Swift, Werner. You know, you're going to kind of make the same. Your best out is probably to get to a company like try to get to like Maverick. Yeah, US Express, yeah, they're in that pool too. Yeah. TMC, yeah. Now if you do any kind of flatbed, you'll make pretty good money. But if you get to a company, because Maverick pay their reefer, I think it started out like 50 cents a mile, something like that. So I sent you an email. You promised to call me months ago. Oh, Carl. Oh, my bad, Carl. My bad about that, man. Yeah, dude, I get so tied up because I got trucking and I got another business. I'm sorry about that, man. I'm gonna look you up. I'm gonna look you up and I'm gonna call you. I promise I'll give you a call tomorrow, man. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm gonna get to y'all's questions in a little bit. Let me jump back over to the topic at hand. Traveloko versus LandStar. LandStar. On the other hand, if you think about it, LandStar has more options in terms of what you can haul. Now, Traveloko, I don't know if you can haul hazmat or not. I'm not sure. A lot of companies like that don't do hazmat just because the insurance is so expensive. That goes back to an insurance thing I was saying. The insurance is so expensive to haul hazmat to where you really need to be moving enough hazmat to make it worth it. Okay, so I'm not sure that they do that over there, but I know over here you can haul hazmat. But you know, more so, not only that, you know, over here they have the step decks, flatbeds. All right, Carl. Sorry about that, man. You got the step decks, flatbeds. You can do expedited. The teams, they have good team runs over here. You can do the explosives, like hauling explosives with the teams. That's just that. I hear the money is phenomenal. You can get over here. You can run doubles and triples with some of these LTL companies and make good money. You know, you can get over here and man, I mean, it's a lot of opportunities over here. You know, it really is. It's a lot more flexible. You know, and I want to be to the point to where I got a flatbed trailer and a dry van. You know, that way I can switch over. You know, if the dry van not doing nothing right now, I might jump over and pull a flatbed load. You know, so that's the point I want to get to. But yeah, a lot of, you know, I just want to speak my 2 cents on that, you know, because really Traveloko and LandStar aren't the same companies. You know, it's not the same. LandStar, like I said, is a much bigger company. You got way more backing, way more options, and you know, you don't have to climb a mountain and jump a river to get on with them, you know, in terms of your experience, you know, so that's a plus. Now, like me personally, once I get to the point to where, you know, I got my 3 years, 4 or 5 years experience or whatever, in all actuality, I plan on having my own authority by then. And if I don't have my own authority by then, I probably won't be going to Traveloko. There's a lot of options out there. You know, I even, before I came to LandStar, I was talking to some companies and, you know, trying to get in with them. You know, they was telling me their insurance requirements. So, you know, nothing bad. I'm not saying nothing bad against Traveloko. I see like 404 trucker guy or something like that. I think his name. He do YouTube videos. He just went over there. So, yeah, I think it's an all right company, but it's levels to it. Traveloko is just a different type of company. You know, you have to be honest, if you're at a company like Traveloko, you almost might as well just go ahead and get your own authority, you know, because you're like right there at it, because you have like little to no backing over. Like over here, I blew a tire, you know. Well, I got this great discount through LCAP and I didn't have to pay for it, you know. They took it out of my settlements or whatever, you know, things like that. You know, get to a certain point over here, I heard, you know, if you got some type of repair that, you know, you can't cover right then, you know, if you qualify, they'll actually cover the repair for you and then just take it back out of your settlement, you know. So a lot of companies aren't even able to do things like that. And if they are, they're not going to, you know. So LandStar is like a great bridge between, you know, to me, a great bridge between having your own authority and being a company lease operator or company driver, whichever you want to say. Let's see. Well, I don't have my own authority now just because the time is not right. You know, having your own authority is a really big step. It requires a lot of capital up front, you know, because everything's on you. It requires a lot of big down payment money for your insurances and everything, especially when you have limited experience such as I do. I have a year, so right now I'm just taking my steps and setting myself up for the next step. You know, that way once I have the proper experience to where my insurance rates won't kill me, you know, I might go ahead and do that. So who knows, a year, 2 years from now, a year from now, a year and a half from now, I might have my own authority. My next milestone basically hit my 2 years of experience. That way, you know, my insurance rates won't be abysmal, you know. So yeah, and there's nothing wrong with LandStar. Like I said, just like overall, there's nothing wrong with Traveloko. Now, let's say like LandStar, of course, obviously you get paid less up front. Okay, you get the 65% hauling their trailers. Now you don't have to pay for a trailer. That's with the dry van. Okay, you get your 65%. Now I remember, I think on the truckers coach, he said like at LandStar, you'll never see a rate con from like a broker or like a ship. That's not true. You know, that's not true. You know, I've had plenty since I've been here, plenty of rate cons that had, you know, the name of the shipper or the shipping agent or whatever on the top of it. You know, it wasn't just a LandStar, you know, rate con with LandStar on the top of it. I get a lot of those. That's what most of them are, but I also get them from the original rate cons, you know. So it's not like he said like, oh, they're taking this and they're taking that, then you get your cut. It's not always like that. It's about what you pull over here, because you got an option to pull direct freight, or you can pull freight pulled off of a load board, which is what they're doing, you know. So that's when you get screwed around with brokers. That's when you get screwed around with your rates. You know, when you're pulling that rebrokered freight off of other load boards and things like that. But over here you got an option to pull direct freight, and it's a lot less hassle, it's a lot less bull crap to deal with. So, and that's what I like to try. I try to pull direct freight. But yeah, so yeah, that's the difference. And if once you start talking about companies like Snyder and everything, Snyder, no matter how much people want to flex it and bend it and make it seem like Snyder's IC program is just as good as like a LandStar or Traveloko or something like that, it is not. Listen to me, it is not. It's like light years apart, you know. Now, true enough, Snyder probably got a better company lease set up in terms of, you know, like in compared to other companies. To be honest, y'all heard a lot of Snyder drivers saying they were making like $2,000 a week clear, which ain't bad. That's pretty good money. But you know, how hard were they running to make that money? Oh, hold on. My battery getting low, y'all. You know, so that makes a difference too. You're willing to expect pay out of school. And in terms of Traveloko, I wouldn't say they're mostly on the West Coast, because with Traveloko, they're based on the West Coast, but see, with them, you're going off of load boards. You know, you can find, I think if I'm not mistaken, you find your own load boards and everything on the internet, and kind of pull whatever you can find, you know, just off of all the load boards. So Traveloko, no, it's not just on the West Coast, but if I'm not mistaken, the company is based out of like Cali or something like that. So that's what it is with them. But you know, and you know, I saw one video, a guy was like, you know, you're gonna end up in, not me, but it was like, y'all gonna end up in jail trying to, you know, be an owner operator and get your own truck, and you don't know how to drive. You got a year of experience, 2 years of experience. You know, you're gonna have people saying stuff like that, and he's right to a certain extent, you know, because it's not for everybody, you know. Before you try to become an owner operator and come to LandStar, you know, or even if you're to the point where you can go to Traveloko, you need to have a good understanding of what you're doing and have a good understanding of the risk. You need to understand that first and foremost is about keeping your record clean, you know, not having accidents, not hitting stuff, you know, things like that. Because when companies see that, all they see is a liability. And so much around this industry is just based on insurance, because that's what so much, you know, that's what it comes down to. You know, people trying to sue you and being able to cover total losses, or, you know, freight getting stolen, stuff like that. So much of it comes down to insurance that a lot of these companies, their business practices are based around what they can do and can't do with the insurance, which is, like I say, goes back to Traveloko, why you got to have so much experience. It's probably an insurance thing. So keeping your record clean, regardless of where you're going, it counts for so much, because companies love hiring people that they feel like, you know, are an asset and not a liability. They don't want to hire a liability. That's why they check your CSA scores and do all of that, you know, because, you know, hiring a liability is just that. You just hired someone that may cost you millions of dollars one day, you know, so companies don't want to do that. So stay compliant, stay safe. But in terms of ending up in jail, there was a video guy, I forgot his name. You can end up in jail as a company driver. You know, you ain't got to be an owner operator to end up in jail as a truck driver. If you run out there and run over a minivan full of kids in it, you know, and you know, you kill them all, and it's your fault, clearly your fault, you're probably going to do some jail time. Probably going to go to jail, you know, if you're negligent, or negligent homicide or something. I don't know, but yeah, you can end up in jail long anytime you're behind this wheel and you moving and you're at fault and you hurt somebody really bad or kill somebody, you know. So yeah, keep that in mind. What's wrong with KLM Tyson Dedicated? There's nothing wrong with Tyson Dedicated. All I can say about Tyson Dedicated is KLM is that their loads do be pretty heavy. You know, they have some pretty heavy loads over there. So you're going to spend a good bit in fuel, but you can make, you know, $2,000, maybe not every week, but you'll have some $2,000 checks over there, you know, running that. I'm not sure how it's been lately, you know, because sometimes, you know, I'm sure it probably gets oversaturated here and there with drivers, because the, you know, the workload always fluctuates, you know, depending on, you know, you got some hot months, some busy times, you know, you're shipping out a lot certain times of the year. But you can do all right over there with Tyson Dedicated. So I'm leaving FFE line haul. Oh, you FFE? Yeah. Yeah. If you're leaving FFE and going over to the Clem side, your best option probably would be to try to do Tyson. Or if you could do like Southeast Regional, I think those guys do all right. Midwest Regional, I think they do all right. So, but yeah. Hold on. Yeah, y'all, I wanted to go ahead and drop this video because, like I said, I've been missing in action. Purpose in action has been missing in action. But, you know, I just wanted to speak on that little LandStar Traveloko thing. You know, it's pros and cons to everything. And no, Traveloko is not just head and shoulders, light years ahead of LandStar at all. Is not, and vice versa. LandStar by far isn't head or shoulders or light years above Traveloko. It just all depends on where you are in your career and how capable you are of working at a place like Traveloko, basically. If you get out there and you starting from much of nothing, you know, you don't have like really good money under you, but you have enough to step out and be an owner operator as long as you got a decent warranty on your truck, you know, because you don't have to be a millionaire to be an owner operator. You know, you might want to do LandStar, you know, even if you do have 3, 4, 5 years of experience. You know, you may want to jump over to LandStar and get your feet wet with it, and you'll have, you know, multi billion-dollar company, you know, there, you know, to help you. And, you know, it's so much. So, on the top, I want to go to LandStar after I get a truck. Yeah, dude, if you want to go to LandStar, if you get a truck, you know, it's not a bad option. You know, it's not a bad option at all, especially coming from a company lease. Coming from a company lease, I think LandStar is the perfect fit. You know, if you're coming out of a company lease and you have limited experience, even if you don't have limited experience, it's a good stepping stone. Because guess what? A lot of these guys that's going to Traveloko, they drove company for 10 years, 15 years. Like, they just getting into the owner-operator game, you know. So keep that in mind. You know, a lot of them that's going over to Traveloko or, you know, things of that nature. You know, you may hear them like talking bad about LandStar or other companies, but they might be, you know, 10, 15 years in the game and, you know, really just jumping out full-fledged into being a real owner-operator. So keep that in mind. You know, don't let nobody put your choices down based on choices they're making when they're at a totally different point in their career, you know. So that's how I look at it, you know. So it is what it is. People may look at me and say, oh, you at LandStar, dude, you ain't doing nothing. Well, dude, I understand that, but I've been driving a year, a little over a year now, you know, and thus far as working out, you know, I haven't had any issues with my truck, you know, so it is what it is. And what you got, 6 years? Yeah, 6 years, that's good time. You can go anywhere, dude. You got 6 years and you clean. You got you some good money saved up. You can go to Traveloko. You can go to Farm to Fleet. It's a lot of them. All right, yeah, sorry about that, guy. My battery died. So it kept beeping. It was telling me like, hey, dude, your battery's dying. And I kind of ignored it. But yeah, I'm going to go pick back up where I left off, then shut it down. But yeah, 6 years, you're good. You can go almost anywhere with a clean record and enough money. You know, you're good to go. But like I say, if you oh, yeah, it's really coming in. But like I say, you know, you can LandStar, I think, is a great starting point regardless of where you are in your career, you know. Especially if you have limited experience as an owner-operator, you know, I think LandStar probably would be a better option, you know. Just being honest with you, you know, straight up, you know, I think it's a great starting place. Because a place like Traveloko, you just got way less backing, and you know, as an owner operator, you got to go out there and you got to swim just outright. You know, that's why I say, in my opinion, after LandStar, I might just go ahead and get my own authority. You know, I don't even know if I'm gonna jump to a place like Traveloko or whatever, because you know, you're so out there, so far out there on the island, you know, with a company like that, you know, it's like you might as well just get your own authority and, you know, run your own show outright, you know. So that's in my opinion, you know. That's just my thinking. That's the way I look at it, you know. And they say never say never. I'm not saying I'll never go to Traveloko or a company like that, but all I'm saying is that the way I see it right now, you know, that's what I think I would much rather do at that point, you know. So but yeah, that's my take on the whole Traveloko thing. And you know, pay attention. A lot of what goes on in the trucking industry nowadays getting to the point to where, you know, a lot of it is moving with what some of the more popular YouTubers are doing, you know, and you know where they're going and what they got going on. And I think with the whole Traveloko thing, it's like a big YouTube thing. You know, the YouTubers are pushing it out there. Like, I think it started with one of them like found it, then like a couple of them had like beef over Traveloko and you know, the other company. Then they like squashed the beef, and one joined up, and like, you know, people are going over there, You know, and I think it's a good thing. I think it's good that, you know, YouTubers are bringing exposure to companies like Traveloko. Myself, I'm bringing exposure to, you know, companies like LandStar, because I had a hard time finding a lot of information on LandStar, you know. But it is what it is. You know, I think it's all, at the end of the day, it's all good, you know, for the betterment of drivers in the industry or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and lay down, y'all. I just want to go ahead, I want to drop this video. Let's see, show live chat messages. Drop this video. Sorry about losing connection. Next time I go live, I'll make sure I got like a full battery. So appreciate y'all for watching. Like, share, subscribe. If you got any questions, you can hit me up. You can email me. You can comment on a video or something to get my attention. I'll get back with you. Just whatever works best. So y'all be easy, and remember to keep purpose in your actions. Don't be out here doing stuff for no reason. All right, man. All right, Easy Rider. And oh yeah, one more thing. Shout out to Mike. He drives with Big G Express. I bumped into him, and I can't remember where it was. Like 3 weeks ago. He was a nice guy. We sat down. We ate dinner. You know, we had, well, yeah, it was dinner. We had dinner. Talked some truck and stuff. You know, it was real cool bumping into someone that, you know, watches my videos, and he actually, you know, saw me like, hey, you're him, you're the dude to do the videos. Like, yeah. So that was pretty cool. So if you see me out there, give me a holler. John, I'm at LandStar. I'm at LandStar, John. Yeah, I'm at LandStar right now. So, yeah. John, you can hit me up, man. I'll have my email address in there. And all right, dude, thank you. I'll be safe out here, man. You be safe too when you get out there. Y'all take it easy. Peace.